There's something you need to understand about why this video found you right now, at this exact moment in your life. You didn't randomly scroll into this. You've been saying the same thing for months, maybe years. Next week I'll start, next month I'll be different. This year is already ruined. But next year, I'll finally become who I'm supposed to be. And here you are again, standing at another arbitrary starting line you've drawn for yourself, telling yourself the same story about how tomorrow will be different. But here's what nobody's telling you. The ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus called this one of the evils of foolishness, this perpetual state of always beginning to live, always preparing to start, always waiting for the perfect moment. And that's why this message had to find you now, because you're about to do it again. You're about to declare today lost and promise yourself you'll try again tomorrow. And that cycle, that endless loop of starting and stopping and starting again, that's not discipline. That's not growth. That's the trap, and this video must find you at the right time to break you out of it. Because the right time isn't tomorrow. It never was. It's always been now. Let me show you what's really happening when you say, I'll start tomorrow. You think you're giving yourself grace, a fresh start, a clean slate, but what you're actually doing is training yourself to quit. Every time you eat something you said you wouldn't, and declare the rest of the day ruined. Every time you skip the workout and promise you'll do 2 tomorrow. Every time you break the streak and decide to restart on Monday. You're not failing the challenge. You're succeeding at teaching yourself that quitting is an option, that today doesn't matter, that this moment isn't the one that counts. And your brain, your nervous system, your entire being learns that lesson. It learns that when things get hard, when the temptation comes, when the moment of decision arrives, the answer is always the same. Give up now and try again later, but later never comes. Not really, because later is always now. And if you can't do it now, if you can't make the right choice in this moment, you won't be able to do it tomorrow either, because tomorrow will feel exactly like this. The same temptation, the same challenge, the same voice telling you that one more day won't matter, and you'll quit again. Not because you're weak, but because you've been practicing quitting. And I know what you're thinking, but this time is different. This time, I really mean it. I finally hit rock bottom. I've finally gotten serious. Next week when I start, I'm not going to slip up. I'm going to be perfect. I'm going to follow the plan. Exactly. And that's the other trap. The belief that transformation requires perfection, that you have to wait until you're ready to execute flawlessly. But here's the truth that's going to set you free, or terrify you. You're never going to be ready. You're never going to feel prepared enough. You're never going to wake up one morning and suddenly have the willpower you've been waiting for. Because readiness isn't something you wait for. It's something you build one imperfect decision at a time. One moment where you choose differently despite not feeling ready. One instance where you make the best move possible from where you are instead of waiting for the perfect move from where you wish you were. That's how change happens. Not in the grand declarations, not in the perfect streaks, but in the messy middle. In the moment after you've already messed up and you choose not to spiral. In the instant where the temptation is screaming and you pause long enough to remember who you're becoming. Now, let me tell you about the only battle you'll ever fight. It's not against your past. It's not against your future. It's against this moment, right here, right now, because the past is gone. It's not asking anything of you. You can't change it. You can't undo it. You can only carry it or release it. And the future hasn't arrived. It's not making demands. It's just a projection, a story you're telling yourself about what might happen based on what has happened. But this moment is asking something of you, and it's the only moment that ever will. Because life doesn't happen in the past or the future. Life happens now, in this breath, in this decision, in this exact slice of time that you're living in as you read these words, and everything you've ever wanted, everything you've ever tried to become, every version of yourself you've been chasing, they're all achievable in this moment, not tomorrow, now. But you keep giving this moment away. You keep sacrificing it to regrets about yesterday or anxiety about tomorrow. And in doing so, you're not living at all. Here's what nobody tells you about the cycle you're in. Every time you declare today lost and promise to start fresh tomorrow, you're not just failing once, you're failing twice. Once when you gave in to the temptation, and again when you decided that one mistake means the whole day doesn't count. Let me paint you a picture. You're trying to lose weight. You have a goal, a plan, and midday you eat something you weren't supposed to. Immediately your brain says, well, today's ruined, I've already blown it. Might as well eat whatever I want for the rest of the day and start fresh tomorrow. But here's what you're not seeing. That moment, that decision to declare the day lost. That's where you're actually failing, not in the mistake, in the surrender that follows it. Because the best move after making a mistake isn't to make more mistakes. It's to make the best next move. Even if your day isn't perfect, even if you've already slipped up, the rest of the day still matters. The next meal still matters. The next choice still matters. Because you're not just working toward a goal, you're building an identity. And every choice, even after a mistake, is a vote for the type of person you're becoming. And this is where most people lose the game. They think it's about perfection. They think it's about the perfect diet, the perfect workout routine, the perfect morning ritual. And when they deviate even slightly, they crumble. They give up. They wait for the next imaginary starting line. But life isn't asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be present, to show up, to make the best move you can from where you are. Not from where you wish you were, not from where you'll be tomorrow, but from exactly where you are right now. And when you do that, when you stop waiting for perfect and start working with present, something shifts. You stop being the person who's always about to start, and you become the person who's already doing it. Imperfectly, messily, but consistently. And consistency, even imperfect consistency, beats perfect intentions every single time. Now let's talk about what's really holding you back. And it's not what you think. It's not your past trauma. It's not your difficult childhood. It's not the people who wronged you or the opportunities you missed. Those things happen. They're real, but they're not holding you back. What's holding you back is the story you're telling about those things, the identity you've built around them. When you think of yourself as the person who was hurt, the person who is disadvantaged, the person who's trying to overcome all this weight, you're giving your power away. You're making your past more important than your present. And in doing so, you're letting what happened years ago determine what you do right now. And that's a choice you're making, not consciously, but a choice nonetheless. Because you could just as easily look at your past and say, yes, that happened. It shaped me, but it doesn't define me. It doesn't control me. It doesn't get to dictate what I do in this moment. And the moment you make that shift, the moment you stop identifying as your trauma and start identifying as your potential, everything changes. Let me tell you what changed everything for me. I stopped trying to start over. I stopped drawing arbitrary lines in the calendar and promising myself that on that day, everything would be different. Instead, I started treating every moment as part of the same continuous journey. No more. I'll start Monday. No more this year's lost, but next year, just one long, unbroken attempt to become who I'm capable of being. And some moments I make good choices, some moments I don't, but every moment is part of the same journey. There's no starting over. There's no fresh start. There's just this continuous unfolding, this ongoing process of showing up and making the next best choice. And when I mess up, when I slip, when I fall short, I don't declare the day lost. I don't wait for tomorrow. I just ask, what's the best move I can make right now? And I make it, not perfectly, not flawlessly, just honestly, from where I am, with what I have in this moment. And that's the shift I'm inviting you to make. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop preparing to begin. Stop treating today like a rough draft you can rewrite tomorrow. This is it. This is your life. This moment, and this one, and this one. And if you're not living in these moments, if you're constantly postponing your life to some future version that feels more ready, more prepared, more worthy, you're not going to suddenly arrive there. You're going to wake up years from now and realize you spent your entire life preparing to live instead of actually living. And that's the evil Epicurus was warning about. The foolishness of always beginning, never arriving, never being. Just perpetually waiting for the moment that already passed you by Because the moment is now. It's always been now. And it's never going to be anything other than now. So the question isn't when will you finally be ready? The question is, will you finally accept that you're as ready as you'll ever be and just do it anyway? Now, if this is landing, if you're feeling that recognition, that uncomfortable truth settling in, I want you to do something. Go to the comments and type 4 words. The moment is now. That's it. No explanation, no story, just those 4 words. Because when you declare it publicly, when you name it, you're not just acknowledging the truth, you're claiming it. You're saying, I'm done waiting. I'm done restarting. I'm done treating today like it doesn't count. The moment is now, and I'm showing up for it. And if you know someone stuck in the endless loop of starting over, someone who keeps waiting for the perfect time that never comes, share this with them. Ask them to write it too. The moment is now. Because sometimes we need permission to stop preparing and start living. This is that permission. Subscribe if you want to stay connected to this work. And if supporting through Super Thanks feels right, it directly fuels more content like this. But real talk. The fact that you're here watching, listening, I don't take that for granted. Thank you. The truth is, you've been carrying a lie for a long time. The lie that says tomorrow will be easier, that next week you'll feel more motivated, that next year you'll finally be the person you're trying to become. But tomorrow isn't easier. It's the same challenges, the same temptations, the same voice telling you to give up and try again later. And next week won't bring more motivation. Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes. What you need isn't motivation, it's decision. The decision to show up regardless of how you feel, to make the best move you can in this moment, even when you don't want to stop waiting for readiness and start building it. One imperfect choice at a time, one messy moment at a time, one present tense decision at a time. Because the only time you ever have to become who you want to be is now. This moment, this breath, this choice. And if you keep giving this moment away, if you keep sacrificing it to yesterday or tomorrow, you're not going to magically arrive at a future where everything feels easy. You're going to arrive at a future where you're still waiting, still preparing, still always beginning to live. And that's not a life, that's a loop. And this video found you to break you out of it, to remind you that the moment is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, now. And you don't need to be perfect, you don't need to be ready. You just need to show up, make the next best move, and keep going. Because that's all life is. One present moment after another, and in each one, you get to decide, will I wait or will I live? The moment is now. It's always been now, and it's never going to be anything other than now. So stop waiting and start living. Right here, right now, in this moment. Because this moment is the only one you'll ever have, and it's more than enough.